It's good to be in something from the ground floor. I came too late for that. I know. But lately, I'm getting the feeling that I came in at the end. The best is over.
Many Americans, I think, feel that way.
Welcome to Hate Watch, folks. Welcome to Hate Watch. Connor's not here. He's in Philadelphia. I don't know, doing God knows what.
He's joining his father for his induction into the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
For wrestling.
That's right.
Yeah, you know when Google has like a new holiday every day, and it's like it's T-Bone Steak Day. Connor takes like 5 days off every time that happens.
Connor's dad is actually participating in the last ever Diddy freak off. He's oiling up, and he's being forced to fight to the death sexually. Of course, he's being forced to fight to the death sexually.
Sex fight to the death.
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
I gotta play 2 Chainz.
I love the term, the Diddy, this whole thing with Diddy, the freak off, where it sounds like it's a gay sex duel. Like, you walk 10 paces that way, you walk 10 paces that way.
Freak off at high noon.
You both turn, and then you run at each other, and whoever gets the dick in the ass first doesn't get killed with a nail to the head, like the end of a Mandingo fight. Oh, man. Crazy. What's happening with Diddy. And I found out the news, because at first, wasn't the first news just like fucking he beat the shit out of that woman in the hotel and all that? And that was like, you know.
I think she came out and said that he was assaulting her for years, and then after that, the video came out, which kind of confirmed what she was saying, because he was denying it.
But was it? I know we did an episode on this, but was there a whole sex trafficking ring too that we were finding out about? There was
prostitutes. Right? He's got tons of
just prostitutes. But now we're finding out he was the Calvin Candy of gay sex.
Yeah.
I do love freak off being used as a word, like everybody knows what it is.
It is funny to also use that term to completely delegitimize the tragedy and horror around all of the victims of these parties.
Yeah.
Like, there were people being drugged and raped and forced to have sex, and then they would wake back up and he'd go like, round 2.
Yeah. It's like Dahmer. He was just doing freak-offs. He had some crazy freak-offs.
It's like what is the, in Old School, don't they have that big oil, they have where the women get all oiled up in the pit?
Yeah, isn't that like a Jello fight or something?
Yeah, it's like
that.
They get the white T-shirts on, and then they get you can see their nips through the thing, and they wrestle.
Yeah. So he was doing that, but they were, I think,
They had guns to their heads.
Guns to their heads.
It's like Salo. He's got a line of guys lined up, and they're being forced to eat nails and shit.
I gotta tell you, so apparently Diddy's on suicide watch because he's at the same prison that Epstein was at.
Is that true? I think they do that to everybody, though.
He's gonna be killed.
I think they do that to everybody.
He has info on a lot. There's like, I think 8 to 10 celebrities they've said that know about that were involved in all this, and he has the names. And he's a genius, actually, an evil genius. He was rounding up dipshit celebrities and influential, powerful people. I'm sure some people involved in politics, and he was drugging them and having them rape each other on camera. So then he could use as blackmail to probably further his career and make him more immune to any issues up until this day.
It seems like that is what was going on, but also didn't the FBI already seize his hard drives? Or I guess the theory would then be that they're going to not release it because
I have no faith in our justice system. Look what happened with Epstein. Nothing's gonna happen.
No, yeah, I mean,
but Epstein didn't the Epstein guys? I guess that is the whole thing. They won't release the file.
No, they won't release it.
So
because it would tear everything down.
Yes.
You would find out everyone you ever look at on TV is an insane person.
But with Epstein, wasn't the idea that there were too many powerful people in politics? That's why they won't release. Yeah. But with Diddy, it's just like, who are they going to protect? It's like they're going to do that for Kevin Hart and fucking Usher.
Viacom's got a lot of money in Kevin Hart. You know what I mean?
There's so much money involved in this. Yeah, but it's like, do these companies want to delete, 20 movies that they have on these streaming apps and these, shit like that? But does
Viacom have political power enough to be able to block that? Whereas, like, let's say Clinton or something like
That's
that,
true.
He could step in and be like, okay, we're going to override your guys' judgment on this.
I just think, like, unless a video of Kevin Hart, like, raping a dog comes out or some shit, like, no one's going to give a fuck. And even when that does happen, it's just going to say it's AI.
I don't think Kevin Hart did. I think it's...
Kevin Hart was a random example because
Kevin Hart
his name popped up in the news as being at Diddy's parties and stuff.
He would make Kevin Hart's so tiny that Diddy would force him to do biopsies on people.
Yeah.
He would force him to crawl in people's asses.
Yeah, he was crawling up Richard Gere's ass.
It's a biopsy, a colonoscopy. He was making people do colonoscopies. He was making Kevin Hart do colonoscopies.
I'm so little.
Like Osmosis Jones. Kevin Hart would like put on like a spelunking outfit and like crawl through like somebody's anus and check for polyps.
He was their black lemonade.
He's treating Diddy's prostate like a speed bag.
You know, I'm starting to think, though, it's going to be impossible to take Diddy down because I think Diddy has powers. I think he has gay sex powers. I think, imagine this. We're in a courtroom, right? Diddy's on trial.
You say he's like an immortal kind of gay entity?
He just has powers. Yeah, he's an immortal gay entity, much like every character this show does. But no, imagine this, okay? Diddy's on trial. Diddy's fucking, it's the biggest case of the fucking world.
Yeah.
In the fucking world.
Sure.
And they're Diddy stands up and he just goes, "Bad boys for life." And he closes his eyes when he says this. He goes, "Bad boys for life." Or "Bad boy for life?" I think it's bad boy. He goes, bad boy for life. And he opens his eyes and the judge is fucking the lawyer in the ass. And everyone in the room is just having crazy gay sex. Everyone's lubed up. All the women or wet t-shirt contests are happening. Everyone's like screaming like animals, like ah! Ah! Like just crazy gay sex. He's sitting in prison right now, maximum security prison. He's sitting in his bed and he goes, "Bad boy for life." He closes his eyes and he wakes up and you just hear like people just having crazy. People are getting fucking their heads bashed into the walls because of anal rape.
I think he could. I feel like he could summon Will Smith, Martin Lawrence for an extraction as well.
Yeah. Like they come in a helicopter.
They come into a building.
He's in the same jail cell. They put Magneto in the clear one, and he extracts cum out of everybody's bodies, and he's just like unlock doors and shit.
It's like Bad Boys 2, but Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they're dressed up as like Chippendales dancers, and that when they're in the scene with the Klan.
Yeah.
But this is their Chippendales dancers, and they're at a Diddy party, and then they look at each other and they go, "Hold on, motherfuckers!" and they put their guns on everybody. It's a fun time. It's fun to see. You know, hip hop has been so homophobic for so long. It's fun to see it be taken down from within the fulcrum of the body, the anus.
That's
Yeah, this is the fulcrum of the body.
I believe so. Have you ever had like a really shitty hemorrhoid or a tear in your asshole?
Dude, I had one the size of a pea one time.
It is also the physical fulcrum. It has to be. It's like right in the center.
It's right in
Yoni,
the center.
dude.
Yeah,
It's your fucking yoni, dude.
That's why Diddy was so bored. Who knows? He might be just really gay, but like and psychotic. Because this is Andrew Cunanan level shit. Like Diddy is acting like the guy that killed Versace, but like if he was Diddy,
a ton of people.
Yeah, but like it just might be one of those things where it was like Roman Empire sex. He was so sick of pussy.
Oh, for sure it was. I think everybody knows that it was that.
Yeah,
he loves degrading so much. I think the ultimate thing is like, I'm gonna rape a man.
He tried it all. I think he did every single thing.
Imagine that. Imagine Diddy coming out into the backyard of some sort of Miami estate at the end of it's the middle of the night. It's a huge fucking Diddy party. And everyone's drugged and falling over, like kind of like that scene in Breaking Bad when Gus Fring poisons all the cartel members. You know, people like falling into the pool, and there's just people passing out, and hookers like trying to revive them. And Diddy walks out like a Hunger Games leader, like he has a top hat on, and he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to my freak off."
Welcome to the freak off. And he goes, "In your left corner, Kevin Hart." And Kevin Hart is dressed in all like night equipment, but he's like lubed up underneath it, and he's on a horse,
a midget stallion, like a midget pony.
And he goes, "And in your right corner, J-Lo."
Yeah.
And they both run at each other like fucking like the end of True Grit.
Yeah. Hey, fill your hands, you son of a bitch.
And they hit each other, and Kevin Hart just goes up J-Lo's ass.
He's like a little bullet.
A bullet right up her ass.
He squeezes his body down, jumps in, and then
Kevin Hart goes, I'm a tiny little man.
I'm gonna wear J-Lo like a skin suit.
But let's actually, I don't really know any of the celebrities involved in this shit. I'm free balling here. We could get into some of the details of it. I mean, like, this is okay. So new Diddy is accused of holding freak-offs with male prostitutes, according to court documents. Sean Diddy Combs' freak-offs were arranged by high-ranking supervisors, security, household workers, and assistants. This all sucks so bad too, because just the other night I was watching Get Him to the Greek, and he's funny in that kind of.
When I saw that, he was very funny.
He was very funny.
I saw him in that, and I was like, God, his timing is perfect.
He's got chops.
He's got chops. He's very charismatic. It's like, I thought, like, damn.
I know.
Hadn't seen him in a movie, I don't think, ever. And then I saw that. I'm like, this guy is so talented. He seems so nice.
So the freak-off sometimes went for days. These are.
It sounds fun, dude.
They're the days. I mean, I don't know why I keep, everyone knows me. I'm going to relate everything to movies. It sounds like everybody, third day, people are looking like Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly when he's wandering through the desert. Just chapped lips.
They used to have IVs come in. They'd have people give IVs.
B vitamin IVs. That's how Hollywood. That's how Hollywood drinks and does so much.
If it wasn't for all the
drugs.
rape, this sounds fucking awesome.
It's
just with all your boys.
I gotta say, I would have loved to have been there.
Yeah, why is this getting canceled?
I mean, come on. Diddy didn't do anything. He's fucking. He got into Hollywood and he goes, oh, I see what this is. I see the game.
Because I'm going to do this better than anybody.
I'm going to be better than everyone I've ever seen.
Errol Flynn used to do shit like this.
Yeah.
You know?
These are, he's holding Gatsby parties.
No.
I missed that part of The Great Gatsby.
Because you know when they could see across the bay?
Yeah.
And what is it? The light? They see the
green light.
The green light.
That's how you guide everyone.
Yeah, that was Diddy was planting tracking devices in people's asses.
Yeah, it was Kevin Hart bent over with his asshole, and it's a green butt plug with a flashing light on it. Sitting at the end of the pier.
So over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube were found during the raids.
Fucking awesome.
Which were allegedly used during freak-offs. Combs would force women to partake and would make embarrassing recordings, which he uses blackmail to keep the victims quiet, which is just by the book. This is great stuff. You got to do this if you're this successful. So Combs would force women, okay, I said that. Combs' team would schedule IV delivery after the days-long freak-off so the victims could recover from the physical exertion and drug use and then wake back up. So this is like he was bringing Gatorades. He was trying to invent a new sport.
That part's kind of nice that he
was caring about
I like that he cares about their
aftercare.
Their
call it, yeah.
You know,
Take note, Army.
Every time I've ever been forced into a gay sex ring, I'm fucking wiped. And I need some fucking electrolytes.
I have to buy my own Gatorade at mine, at the ones I go to.
Some B vitamins. You know, you can't just go down to the local AMPM and get a Gator Light. You gotta fucking, sometimes, you know, Sean P. Diddy Combs brings you IVs. So Combs' team would, they'd schedule these IV drips. They'd even track women's locations and keep track of their medical records.
To make sure they're okay.
That's great. I don't know anybody that gives a shit about a woman's medical record. People think women just live forever because they're attractive. People just think women are just going to be there forever. No one cares about their, it's a great Patrice joke. No one cares about their health. A man has never asked a woman about her health. Men have the health issues. Women don't. Women have tits and an ass, and everyone knows that, like, God doesn't kill them.
Yeah.
So that's cool of him to be like such a feminist that he cared about their health. The video below was filmed in Central Park just hours before the rapper was arrested. So let's watch some of his last moments, I guess, here. This is interesting. He's in Central Park. He's taking in the sights. This is his last moments. You got to look at that. Look at him check it. I mean, that's a guy that's afraid of going to prison. He's afraid of his booty hole. His booty hole will be conquered.
That's crazy, man. He just wanted to go to Strawberry Fields.
Imagine going to Central Park and you're just there and you're watching a bunch of retards fly kites. And, you guys have both been to Central Park, right? It's a very interesting place. It's just a lot of... it's New York, baby. People are doing things. There's just people in the corner that are still like sad about John Lennon, and there's a bunch of people flying, just doing things.
Like, I like what y'all do. I like what y'all do.
And
how about this? How about we make this one big freak off?
And you see Diddy, and you see him round up a bunch of people, that are just having fun. And he's spraying baby oil on them. He's spraying baby oil on them like
he's got one of those pump things,
like a Muslim with acid on a woman that just drove.
Jesus fucking Christ. He's like, John Lennon would have loved freak offs.
He's just walking by people and he goes, yeah. And he goes, round up.
He's
We're having gay sex tonight.
Everyone's like, why, Diddy?
Why, Diddy? Why?
He goes, why not?
He goes, why not?
He goes, why not?
He's like a little kid. He's really angry.
And then he does his power thing. He goes, bad boys for life. And then everyone starts having gay sex. Everyone just gets
it's 28 days later.
Clouds cover the sky.
And
the moon turns blood red.
The clouds start raining baby oil on the city of New York.
All the dogs start howling.
Okay, so that's a little footage of Diddy at Central Park. Not very interesting. Let's listen to this lawyer talk about what's really going to happen to Diddy and what's going on.
The craziest thing about Diddy being locked up right now, facing mandatory minimums, the possibility of life in federal prison. Go read the transcript from the bond hearing and listen to what the defense says they believe is the start of the feds looking into P. Diddy. The defense says, my read of it, many months ago, a woman approaches Diddy and says, hey, this is through lawyers, we're going to be releasing a tell-all book about this woman's experience with Diddy over all the years. And it's going to make you look like a monster. And if you don't want that book to get out there, you can buy the exclusive rights to it for $30 million. Catch and kill this book. Diddy's team says no. Woman comes back with a lawyer. We're going to file a civil lawsuit against you because...
Yeah, by the way, I'm pretty sure, I'd almost bet house money on this.
Okay.
Pretty sure Diddy, because Cassie or his ex or Joy Keith Taylor, Kay Taylor or some bull, I don't know, some black lady that he was with, wrote a book. So there's a pop star, an insanely famous pop star,
J-Lo.
that Diddy was for. No,
Okay.
man, I think
Oh,
Justin Bieber, dude.
that's the rumor.
Justin Bieber was being forced to do crazy things. You know, when Justin Bieber was 15 years old, Diddy's on video with him, and he's going like, we have a 48-hour period. He's on camera. For whatever reason, back in the day, when there wasn't like the internet rampant like this, Twitter and Instagram, and we weren't finding out everything like at an immediate level, people would see weird things and they go, it's kind of odd, and they move right on. So Diddy is on camera saying like, "Yeah, we gonna do some things that we can find out about."
I've seen that.
And Justin Bieber's like sitting there like a fucking.
We
wet,
should watch that.
He's standing there like a wet dog.
We should watch that because John hasn't seen it.
Damn, dude. He was fucking Bieber?
He had to. It seems a lot like he was. Can you find it?
Yeah, let's see.
Well,
it's a very good video. And have you seen the one? Is that the same one where he's like, "Why don't we hang out no more?"
let me look at it on my phone.
I think it's all connected, like the Nickelodeon.
No, that's not the one that Why Don't We Hang Out anymore. That's after that weekend, probably, like years later, because Justin started separating himself. There's also video of Justin Bieber at a nightclub, and Odell Beckham Jr. is like there. You know, Odell Beckham Jr. is a famous wide receiver in the NFL, and you see Justin Bieber like down by his lap, and then he looks up all like angry at the camera, like he was sucking him off.
Oh my god,
dude! I'm not kidding. It's actually
Justin Bieber like moved to Brazil and then like became a born again Christian, and I guess he would talk about like seeing people kill kids and shit.
That's the natural progression. Is if like you, that's like the way out. If you've been getting like enslaved by
Christ.
fate. Yeah, you go,
Christ
okay,
is the
well,
only
I'm
way
Christian now.
I got it.
Sick.
We are. I mean, we are the greatest fucking news show there is.
Yeah, man.
We're a news show.
We're
fucking news. We're a news show. Okay.
You know, it's like Fox. It's like CNN. We're FAG.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy.
Whoa.
This is insane.
That's crazy.
He's fucking
He's empty.
Oh,
he's a deer in headlights.
Oh,
too.
he's 17 years old, but he looks younger. Let's just make him younger for the sake of this. This is a tragic. This is horrible.
Oh, poor Justin.
Times of their lives, like, you know.
He's like, yo, you want to be black, Justin Bieber? You gotta do a freak off. He goes, this is you. He goes. You think you wear your hat like that and shit? You little white bitch. You gonna get fucked. You gonna get fucked.
Oh my god, dude.
This is crazy.
You want to be a part of Bad Boy for Life?
Dude, this is literally like Caligula and his twink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a Roman emperor and his little like boy girl.
He is a perfect cabin boy.
He's a dude. Justin Bieber was like
He's the prototype.
goat cabin boy.
And it makes sense. Justin Bieber's super religious now.
Yeah, dude.
It makes sense.
He's like, I need to.
He needs to get away from Satan.
Sure.
He's like, I have to turn away my cabin boy ways, get a bunch of tattoos, start looking more like just a boy.
Yeah.
You know?
Bad Boy for Life. Bom bom. Bom 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 bom. Bom bom bom. Wanna know what that beat is?
Sure.
It's the sounds of balls hitting a man's ass.
Every one of them.
Bom bom. Bom 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 bom. Bom bom bom. Bom 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 bom.
You're getting it all right.
That would be funny if that was his beat maker.
What if he knew
He was
that
clapping chicks. He's like, I don't need that machine. He's like, listen to somebody record this. Write this, hit that.
Diddy knew
Bieber, get in here.
that tempo is the perfect way to make a man come out of his ass.
That was the best way to hit the walls.
It's the white note.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is crazy.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose.
By the way, this is video that I kind of vaguely remember seeing back in the day too, and everyone just goes like, "Oh shit, he's showing him like Ferraris. He's showing him the Lambo.
He's taking him to get ice cream.
He's getting him ice cream, and they gonna fucking have some fucking motherfucking fun."
He's like, hey, you ain't ever seen a Sunday this big,
You ain't
motherfucker.
never seen a Sunday this
You think
big.
he's on Scooby-Doo how big this Sunday is.
And then as time goes on, you go, wait a minute. You watch this clip and you go, how did I not immediately think he's forcing Justin Bieber to have insane gay sex with him?
It was an innocent time.
It was a different time.
Epstein ruined everything. It was, it was a slow. I'm not going to say what it was, but we know what happened in that basement.
We talked about
Washington, D.C. It started with that.
We talked about Epstein forever. Everyone looked at me like I was a fucking psychopathic piece of shit. People would actually argue with me and say he wasn't a real guy.
Jeffrey Epstein?
Liberals are retards.
Back in the day, before all of the shit dropped.
They say he didn't exist?
Because you gotta know, when Pizzagate happened, if you brought up Jeffrey Epstein's name, which I knew about long before Pizzagate.
Be careful talking about Pizzagate.
If you brought up Jeffrey Epstein's name long before pizza party, people would be like, "What are you even talking? You're like a psycho. You're like a psychopath." And then it all came true. And then none of those people ever say a fucking thing now.
Oh yeah, no, they're all fucking retards.
Fucking assholes.
But it's definitely a 15-year-old.
This looks like something in 8mm.
Oh, he's 15.
You know,
He's 15. Yeah, this is wrong. This is saying he's 17. He's 15.
been given custody.
I knew he
of him.
looked
You
too
know,
young.
He signed the
Oh,
Usher.
he looks like Ellen Page.
I had legal guardianship of
Elliot.
Usher when he did his first album. I did
Piece of
Usher's first
shit.
album.
He had legal
I don't really-
guardianship
I
of
don't have
Usher
legal
when he did his first
guardianship
album,
for the
dude.
next
What was he doing to
48 hours.
Usher?
Oh, he forced Usher. He probably gave Usher herpes. Let it burn and all that shit.
Is that a known thing? I didn't even know about that. So he famously has herpes?
He
No, I
adopted
don't know
Usher.
about that, but he made a song called "Let It Burn," and then Kanye made a funny analogy about it in the song. And
I believe the whole thing. I believe it all.
sure he has. I'm sure he
Yeah.
has crazy Diddy herpes,
I guess he definitely does.
which are different.
the
Yeah.
super herpes.
Diddy herpes, you look down, you have a bunch of warts, but they're wearing backwards flat brims.
They're all oiled up.
He's with me, so yeah.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Terrifying.
Poor cabin boy. Cabin boys need to be treated well.
Terrifying
They can't
footage.
be treated like this.
This is
They say happy cabin boy, happy life.
Happy cabin boy, happy life. You can't hurt your cabin boy. You have to treat your cabin boy well. You have to make sure your cabin boy is comfortable.
Pirates have 3 rules.
Make sure he's well fed.
Cabin boy.
He's not scared. You gotta make sure you treat your cabin boy well.
Day
This
one.
man's abusing his cabin boy.
Day one stuff. Treat your cabin boy
It's like
well.
an ASPCA commercial. You just got just cabin boys.
So there's Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah McLachlan's Timothy Chalamet, Justin Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Bieber's like he's like an abused
you can
cat.
Save a cabin boy.
So then this is other video of how do we?
Bieber looks like he's a mine hunter, by the way.
Don't
What
act
the
different,
fuck?
huh?
This is him. This is him wondering why he's not hanging out with them anymore.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't.
You freak off. You spit roasted me.
What is he?
He goes, listen, you've been the winner of the Freak Off 4 years in a row, and you don't want to come back for your 5th title.
Defend your title.
You don't want to defend your title.
Your banner's on the wall.
There's partners and whatnot, but you never really got my number, so.
Right.
My
Okay.
number?
Yeah.
You never got my number. I mean, this is so tragic.
Justin, he's
I didn't need your number.
Sweet Justin. So then this what is this?
definitely feel
Poor cabin boy.
I definitely feel protective of her. It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, telling me they love me. And
All right, we got to exit out of that because of the music, I believe.
Yeah, you can't lie to your cabin boy. If you really don't love your cabin boy, you can't say you love him.
Just be honest with your cabin.
Okay, so watch. This is
gaslight
Diddy
your
in the
cabin boy.
background. I found this absolutely creepy to watch. I don't know what this is.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Oh, Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell
Yeah.
This is fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't even want to joke about this.
I don't want to joke about that.
parents but you're my child also.
What, you guys don't believe in reparations?
Jesus,
funny.
Devan.
We're allowed to do this to them back in the day,
Not getting into it.
and he can't. What?
Well, times have changed.
He can't wear a flat brim and buy a white child.
I don't think that's the right way to solve it.
That's how I'm
if
looking
you're-
at it. Because I'm a fucking.
You're like a
I'm a freedom fighter for race
you're a Buffalo Soldier.
in this country. He was a buffalo soldier.
Yeah.
No, this is not. Don't be sad watching this.
Don't be sad.
Don't be sad.
Be happy it happened. Be happy it happened.
Be happy.
Please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets.
Why were you on the
And
streets?
then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So
What?
then he saw me
What?
and decided to pick me up.
That's what.
This
like,
dude is
the
going to
fuck?
prison for the rest of his fucking life.
Who is
dude.
that chick?
This I don't
Look
it's a
up her
fuck-
name.
I
dude.
can't. What do I look up? The little girl in the Diddy
Yeah,
video
see if
name?
she's, like,
How the
fucking
fuck do I
talking.
said
know
her
that?
name in the
Said
thing.
her name
It was
in the thing.
Ava something Combs.
Ava Combs.
But that
no,
is-
but Combs. She's saying she's now
Oh,
a
she's
part of
trying
the
But
to
I think
Combs.
that would
Combs.
still bring it. I think she actually legally
Yeah,
changed her
Ava
name.
Combs. Look
Let's
up
watch
Ava
this guy.
Combs,
This guy
yeah.
looks hardcore.
Jesus
He's on
Christ.
Newsmax, and he's gonna break it down. And I don't really know. Is Newsmax like a fucking Trump propaganda news?
No, and it is real news, and we're gonna watch it now.
Okay, Newsmax 2. I love how they had like it. Kind of seems like their first one got deleted, so they made another one called Newsmax 2.
Yeah.
Their whole news station
whole
got
news
deleted.
station got deleted.
This will fool
This is a little-
censors.
Newsmax 2. No, different.
Music mogul Sean Combs has been denied bail for a second time after being arrested by Homeland Security agents.
He's acting like
this
he
week.
denied him bail.
He's been charged with sex trafficking, kidnapping, bribery, and a lot more. On this show, we discussed his deviant sex parties in which he coerced women into engaging in days-long public sex displays with male prostitutes. He's accused of taking videos of those encounters and using them to blackmail the participants. But according to our music industry insider, Sean Combs' crimes could be even worse than what's being described, and other famous faces could also be implicated. Joining me now is founder of Yako Booyans Ministries and my good friend, Yako Booyans. Yako,
What?
Thank you so much for coming on the show this evening. I know we're hearing a whole lot about what these allegations are, what the charges are, and we're hearing other big names that are supposed to be all wrapped up in it. Tell us, spill the beans. Nothing's off limits, brother. What's going on? Who else is going to be implicated? Who's already implicated in the charges? Who else do you think is going to come up out of this? And do you think Sean Combs is actually going to face jail time? And do you think he's going to survive his time in prison?
Yeah, man. Great work, David. Thank you for all you do. Look, I said 10 months ago, Sean's going to be arrested. People said, no, he's going to walk. And I said, not this time. Something you have to pay attention to here is what did not happen in the Epstein case or the Maxwell case. In the indictment, the definition of sex trafficking is mentioned. That did not happen with Epstein and with Maxwell. The second I saw that
it is crazy they're comparing the two. It's not crazy, but it's wild.
The definition
it's not, dude. Okay, you know how many fucking times over the years Diddy has been a part of Democratic national conventions and like donations and like helping them and stuff.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
He's been involved a lot politically. Yeah. Like didn't Diddy have the whole vote or die campaign?
Oh fuck! I totally forgot about that. Holy shit!
It's all political.
Whoa, that's
it's all political. And if I'm a criminal, how the fuck could I raise a little girl? Anyway, that's a Eminem line. I love Eminem. And Eminem has been going against Diddy for years. Eminem's a freedom fighter.
Oh, yeah. Did he do something about like defending Shyness? He didn't like what he did to Shyness with multiple lawyers.
No, Eminem has been like making vague shots at Diddy for like having killed like Biggie and Tupac, and he also there's a bunch of shit on him actually having had that done to Biggie and Tupac, whatever. But no, Diddy has been used as a political puppet for last 20 years by the system.
I completely spaced.
It's all it's vote or die was Diddy. Vote or die.
Yeah. That now makes this all so much more suspicious.
Yeah,
and so much like more closely connected to all the Epstein fucking
dude. It's adjacent Epstein. It's Black Epstein.
It is crazy how if you're like adjacent to Democrats as a black celebrity male, like you get away with having massive sex parties and become one of the most successful, richest rappers in history. But if you're adjacent to like Republicans as a black male, you get gassed to death basically, and you have to do shows in China to stay alive and stuff. They're gonna kill Kanye. And this guy's gonna.
Kanye has also said things about Diddy.
What has he said?
He just said like crazy shit about Diddy.
That's crazy.
I don't really know. I mean, Kanye says a million things.
Yeah, but I don't think Kanye's having massive rape parties or
not at all.
Whatever go to something like that.
No.
I'm sure he has like tons of sex parties, but I bet it's all
Kanye hosts parties.
Sex parties, nothing wrong with sex parties. It's when you start to like raping.
Here's the thing. Kanye hosts parties where he forces everyone at the party to listen to his schizophrenic ramblings.
Yeah.
Which is much nicer.
And he controls the aux.
It's much nicer.
I would love that.
He blasts his new music, and then in between he just goes like, "Godzilla raped my mom," and you go, "Well, all right."
And it was cool.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, that sucks," but all right, whatever.
Let me hear the new beat.
But you're a genius. I love
like
you
that.
with my whole like everyone in the party's like this. They got the hood on. They go, "All right, okay, shit. Like, let me hear the new beat though." No, Kanye's an amazing man, and
he's phenomenal.
Fuck everybody.
And
Joey and I were blasting Kanye on the way back from Joshua Tree, and I was like, I was literally on shuffle, just like Kanye shuffle, and Joey was realizing how he's been a part of all of the greatest songs we've like ever heard in the past like 25 years.
He's consistently like 5 years ahead of everybody.
He has the greatest discography of any modern artist there is, and I will fight anybody.
I had a profound like desert realization. We were out at Joshua Tree, and it was just like out in the desert. Very loud Kanye, huge bender also. So like everything seemed profound, and it was just like it all hit me, and I'm like, God damn!
But every song I played was like, you go, oh my God, this one too. Like, you kind of forget how you forget. But anyway, Diddy was. He's up to no good, and he was politically involved. I guarantee you, Diddy was he's the Black Epstein. He's a Black Israelite.
Yeah, they're probably using him to control the Black.
He's a Black Israelite.
That's good.
Yeah, this is just fucking Yakub shit.
It's all Yakubian theory.
This is Yakubian evil.
Yakub created white people to control the Democratic Party to control P. Diddy.
Didn't I think he promoted Kamala recently? And
yeah.
Or he did in 2020. He did. He was like doing like Joe Biden Kamala shit, and Kamala was like, "Thank you, Diddy.
Yeah.
That's a good impression of her.
Oh, Devan is a good one.
Yes, you know. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you grow up, a piece of buttered chicken in the black community.
This time, this guy's going to fry. He's going to. This is a sex trafficking case. The reason they did that is so no corrupt district attorney could plead this down to a misdemeanor, a drug charge, kidnapping charge, rape charge. This is a sex trafficking case. Maxwell wasn't tried on a sex trafficking.
By the way, when I was a kid, or even when I was in high school, as I was coming up in the early 20s, did you guys ever think that every single person was a sex trafficker? Sex trafficking to me was like crazy absolute maniacs,
like forcing
women into shipping containers. And then the older we get, it's like every day it's like fucking Mr. Rogers was a sex trafficker.
He's sex trafficking all those little puppets.
And
in his
you go,
background.
what the hell does that mean? But apparently everyone is shuffling women around like money from bank account to bank account. It's unbelievable. Women are being flown. I guess if you just fly a woman out and
they kind of recode the charge a little bit, so it's like now they've like expanded the definition of sex trafficking to be like, yeah, exactly. If you fly a chick out and you sort of pressure her to fuck your friends, and you're sort of profiting off of that sex.
That's trafficking.
Yeah, you hosted a party where you made money from it somehow, and you brought not even prostitutes, but you flew girls out that felt pressured into sex.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of like independently, like you make like a flyer. You go, hey, we're gonna watch this movie at this place this weekend. Everyone come out and you charge money. It's kind of like if you're like in high school and you host a party and you make people pay for the Dixie cups.
Yeah,
you're trafficking.
Well, but now it sounds like we're kind of defending.
You're crossing state lines.
No,
with
I am defending it.
Oh,
because these whores know what they're. No, I'm kidding, but I'm saying like the definition just became like a much broader thing that I never knew about. Where it was like
they use it to now get you if they can't quite. They're like, you were doing terrible stuff. This is the charge that we get you on.
If you manipulate women over text message very well and have them fly out and then do things that they don't want to do, which is obviously that's like rape.
Well, that's rape.
Yeah.
But this is rape and sex trafficking. If you're like crossing state lines, they got Chuck Berry for that shit. He was like moving 16-year-olds from like Mississippi to Alabama.
Sure. And that's pedophilia also.
But it's just there's just that name, trafficking. It sounds so much more involved with like, high-end like organized criminal organizations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to think sex trafficking was like a bunch of fucking like, Colombian dudes just forced you into a shipping
Eastern
container,
European
like
guys.
sardines or like Russian people,
Chinese nationals.
Exactly.
In
but now you find out everyone's doing it. You go like, oh my God, Billy Mays was a sex trafficker. We're like, what the hell does that even mean? The ShamWow guy?
Don't just watch football this season, cash in on it. With MyBookie, it's easier than ever to bet and win. This season, they have amazing promos you don't want to miss, like their weekly risk-free boosts. If your bet hits big, you win big. If it doesn't, MyBookie will give you a refund, so there's nothing to lose. I love MyBookie. I love gambling. I love sports gambling. I think gambling is great for your mental health. It's great for your physical health as well, because when you make money off of it, you can pay for health care and stuff like that. So get MyBookie. It's awesome. During the commercial breaks, keep playing with MyBookie's blackjack tables, Baccarat, and Poker Bet. When you're ready to get started, just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Use promo code HATEWATCH to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit. You heard that right. Double your money with code HATEWATCH before you even place a bet. Loyalty pays off. With MyBookie Plus, the more you play, the more you win. It's simple. Climb through tiers of the loyalty rewards program to unlock even more epic promotions, exclusive giveaways, and bigger rewards. MyBookie Plus is the lock of the century. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, and make your season a winning season. Use promo code HATEWATCH to double your money on your first MyBookie deposit. Head to mybookie.website/HateWatch. back to the show.
This is very, very different, David. They're stacking up. They went slow. Remember, they raided him, and then everybody said they're going to do nothing. And I said, no, they're walking it slow because they've got the evidence. I believe this canary bird is going to sing. Here's what I believe is going to happen. The charges are mounting up, and he's going to get 30, 50, 55, 60 years is what he's looking at.
Nice.
I believe they're going to throw the
deserves
book
it.
at him.
He got a good
He
run.
deserves to spend the rest of
Also
his
believe
life
they're
in
gonna
prison.
talk about ceasing
He did.
assets.
I would say though, yeah, if there's a documentary made or like a biopic, had a good run.
Had a good run.
That's a good fucking run,
Had a
man.
good. How old is he? In his 50s?
50s first.
Probably 50.
Dude, the shit he's done.
Yeah.
Fucking legend, man.
He's black too, so he looks like he's fucking 30. That's
He's killed people. He's
Probably
fucking,
had people killed.
He's like Pablo Escobar, baby oil.
If I was in prison and I got to I was on the yard, I was at the yard and I'm like lifting weights and I go, I forced fucking Justin Bieber to fuck Will Smith in the ass. What a story, dude.
You're like, just cuz.
Just cuz, you just tell that. You go,
Every time they say, who did you force to rape
Yeah.
another person? You're like, give me 2 honey buns first.
Yeah,
give me the honey buns.
The neo-Nazis come
Yeah.
up to you and they try and pressure you and you go, I forced Justin Bieber to fuck Will Smith in the ass. And
Yeah.
they go, oh shit.
They go, all right.
Even
Yeah.
the neo-Nazis go, they sound black. They go, oh shit.
The neo-Nazis are, they like make calls in prison. People get murdered and shit. Diddy does that, but you just get raped.
Yeah.
It's like, the neo-Nazis are like, he's like, I'm going to get David
Like
Duke
I said, anywhere Diddy goes, he has a superpower. He just goes. We're literally, no matter, Diddy could walk into a fucking HEB and he goes, bad boy for life. He opens his eyes, everyone's raping each other.
It's a retirement facility.
He could be anywhere. Diddy goes to a assisted living
Margaritaville
facility. He goes, bad boy for life. People that have never walked are out of their wheelchairs crawling over to the nurses and trying to eat their pussies.
Like, how is it hailing inside of this building?
All of a sudden, locusts start swarming. Everyone's having crazy gay sex.
He opens his mouth, his maw goes
I think Diddy's a god. He's a gay sex god.
Yeah.
If there ever has been a gay sex god, he is him.
Yeah.
He's a fucking gay sex god.
He is him.
He's him.
Oh my God.
We're going to talk to him about your children are going to left destitute on the street. We're going to take you for everything you've got because it is New York City. In New York City, tax crimes are looked at differently.
It's the Big
They're
Apple,
looking at
baby.
Tax evasion. They're going to throw the book at this guy, I believe, to make him a deal. And I believe the deal they're going to make him is, now you need to spill the beans. You need to talk, and we'll give you 15 with probation or whatever, right? Some sort of a condition.
Damn, he's going to get out?
This guy's just like imagining all the times. He's just like remembering all the times that Diddy fucking forced him.
He was one of the male
forced him into free
prostitutes.
cops. He was a fucking male prostitute.
He's like, I had to fuck. Listen.
He goes, now, hypothetically, let's say someone's name shows up in the files, right? But they had
Hypothetically,
nothing
though.
to do with
But
it.
he's like a goon. He's like a low-level goon at the freak off.
Hypothetically,
He can't
though.
get in trouble, right?
And let's say that motherfucker ends up working for Newsmax 2.
Not one. I'm not talking about one. I'm talking
No,
two.
I'm talking about Newsmax 1. We got deleted. Newsmax 2.
And say hypothetically he was forced to oil up Danny DeVito and fuck him.
Just hypothetically, let's say that I was forced to fuck Bill Pullman.
Tom Wilkinson
Hypothetically,
was in
though.
front of me touching his ankles. Wait,
Let's
me?
just say, hypothetically, I was forced to jerk off Jeremy Irons.
they give him all the low tier celebrities that pity. He's just like, this is the kids table at the freak off. He's doing this straight up out of embarrassment.
I really believe this is going to happen. Other names are going to come out. Sean will talk. That's why Jay-Z is running. That's why Jay-Z is nervous. Jaguar is talking.
Jay-Z did get with Beyonce when she was 16, I believe.
Where's Jay-Z right now? He's running?
No, Jay-Z is Jay-Z. He's untouchable, I think. But there was also a story about Jay-Z and Rihanna when he signed Rihanna. Rihanna was a young gal, a young what is she? Caribbean?
I think she's
something like that.
Caribbean, yeah.
Yeah, nah, whatever. She
Trinidad or something.
Trinidadian. Yeah, she's like a cigar, Rihanna.
She's an island lady.
She's an island cigar, and Rihanna's amazing and incredibly talented. But there's a whole there's a segment I believe on like Oprah where they're asking her They're like, well, how did it go with like what did Jay-Z? Didn't Jay-Z say something famous to you when he signed you? Because she was up till 3 a.m. before she signed her Rockefeller deal. And this might all be a lie, but I don't care. And but Oprah does ask, or somebody asks her, some famous talk show host asks her, and what did he say to you? And she goes, well, he said I could either go out the door and
you could sign the contract and leave
out the door or out the window.
Yeah.
And the crowd, even the crowd at this, like, all these, like, wine moms in the crowd are like, what?
And she was apparently 16.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
God bless it, man. I mean, what is the point of life if you can't influence young people to do
how do we
what you
get this
want
kind of
for
money?
your own monetary gain? I mean, literally, what is the point of life? We're finding out this is the point of the entertainment industry. This is the point of life.
Makes me want to quit podcasting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we got into being fucking honest, hardworking podcasters. I mean, I would love to fucking hold a gun to a kid's head and make a talented kid's head and make him sign something.
Yeah.
That gave me control over his entire fucking career and life. I would love that.
You want a cabin boy?
I would love to every day call up and be like, you being good? You being good? You being good, little N-word?
Yes.
I'd call everyone I've forced into contracts little N.
Devin calls me and says that to me every morning. He calls me up
I call
and
you up
says-
every morning. I go, how we doing?
I wake up at 10 a.m. to a call.
I call you up and I go, how we doing, fat N-word?
Yeah, I go, good, Devin.
Good.
I go, good.
I go, you on that diet?
I go, no, Devin.
You on that diet, bitch?
I'm trying, Devin.
I go, you eating the sardines with olive oil? You know the olive oil is 300 more calories, motherfucker.
I didn't know that, Devin.
I go, you get the sardines and salt water, bitch.
Yes, Daddy.
We're trying to lose weight. We got a big freak off.
Yes, Daddy.
You're involved in a freak off.
Yes, Devin.
No one's gonna want to fuck your Hank Hill ass.
Yes,
if
Devin.
it's too fat.
Yes, Devin.
About it, so many other artists at the moment. The industry is squirming because they know Sean is loose lipped.
Who is this?
Because they're horny.
Who is this fucking retard that looks like he fucking runs an Italy?
Yeah, his name's Jakob.
He runs an Italy.
Doesn't this asshole look like he manages
Italy?
Manages in Italy,
He manages
in
the
London,
Las
or
Vegas
something?
Italy,
Unannounced. In my office saying, will you help me? I'm not part of it.
Wait, what?
I run some of these brands.
Run it back 10 seconds.
This guy's got
Run it
tequila
back!
brand talk. I can share this with you. An executive from his organization ends up in my office, unannounced, in my office saying, will you help me? I'm not part of it. I run some of his brands. This guy's got tequila brands. He's got a ton of stuff. One of his executives ends up in my office. I said, how did you get in my office? He said, I'm here. You've got to help me. I said, no, we're going to come after you. You know, you've been there. You've worked with him for 17 years.
He's like, okay, I know why you have to go after him. However, is that okay? Could you help me on this stuff if my name comes up?
He goes, again, low-level goon.
I'm not talking about Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
No, Tom Hanks level stuff.
No, like the guys John Wick kills, but I got a big dick.
Yeah.
Wall Street.
It wouldn't let me near Tom Hanks's dick.
Professional sports implicated. Remember, allegedly, I'll say allegedly, because they make us, right?
I guess LeBron was at the freak off. Did you hear this?
Oh, I can't wait for anything bad to come out about LeBron.
That's
Beautiful
so
stuff.
funny.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
LeBron days at the freak off must have been the craziest days because they were like, oh god, it's a big fucking how tall. He's 7 feet
Who's gonna
tall.
fuck Xerxes today?
Yeah, he's like 6'8". They bring LeBron out, and LeBron fights a dragon. He rapes a dragon in front of Diddy.
They make LeBron fuck Kevin Hart.
LeBron slays after fucking the dragon in the ass. The dragon's all tired. LeBron shoves a fucking sword through its head. You know that happened.
They have dragons.
They have dragons. Diddy is raping, having dragons do rape.
I find crypto. I'm a zoologist. Cryptids. I find cryptids. So you gonna fuck a Wendigo today, LeBron?
LeBron's fucking cryptids at the freak off tonight.
That's what they do.
Welcome to the freak off. LeBron's fucking cryptids tonight.
It's like
he's like, woo!
It's like the Mortal Kombat tower. We start with small cryptids, like the chupacabra.
Then we go to Omega level cryptids.
Dragons, Bigfoot.
You hear that, Spots? You hear that about LeBron, Spots? Fuck you, Spots.
Oh, is Spots a big LeBron stan?
Yeah, Spot's a big LeBron guy. I'm kidding. I love you, Spots.
Charge has not been brought yet. If that charge comes, now you're looking at life, because the sex trafficking charges for minors are very different.
Fucking
You do not
this
have to
monster.
prove force, fraud, or coercion with a minor. A minor's a victim. The defense is going to say it's not force, fraud, coercion. The woman did
It's the first time a succubus has ever been raped.
All right, let's watch a little more like realistic footage of this.
Yeah, I wanna
This is Law and Crime. So Law and Crime, they get down to the
another great
the brass tacks of it all.
Combs remains behind bars in a Brooklyn, New York federal jail. A stark difference from his mansions in South Florida and Los Angeles.
It's made out of Bieber's pubes.
Yo, LeBron,
that fur coat.
Yo, LeBron, I've been looking at you. I've been looking at Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves looks a lot like Justin Bieber. How about you take him for a 48-hour period behind closed doors and you rape that? Boop. How about you rape that little cracker ass bitch? He goes, yo, Bron.
This has to be Patreon.
No, it's not Patreon. We haven't done anything crazy here. This is a perfect episode.
Producer's fall from grace came to a head.
I love it, but it's so sick,
in New York
so
City
twisted.
and charged with
YouTube's gonna fucking.
It's not. Everyone's talking about
fine.
the Diddy freak-offs.
I don't know.
Sex trafficking.
You're being crazy.
I tell that to YouTube when they've blocked the whole channel. We got to make a new
Go
one
ahead,
again.
block us.
Going to be Hate Watch
Punk
2.
Rock Podcast.
Hate Watch 2 is going to be the name pretty soon.
We actually we've never existed before.
In prostitution. While appearing in front of a federal judge on Tuesday, he pleaded not guilty to the crimes.
I love how is that a courthouse or a prison cell?
I think it's both. Look at the windows.
I love when they just let the fucking this black shit run down the sides of the building.
It's like Batman.
Like we're in Gotham City.
Yeah.
That's the runoff from the last time P. Diddy summoned.
That's black cum. A lot of people don't know this. Black people cum black.
Yeah, it's like squid ink.
Yeah, the cum comes out like
Black cum pasta.
And appearing as a fun-loving guy. Who would
That's him at court?
including
No,
his
that's
now
can't be him.
I was like, it'd be so funny if that was it.
That's just purple.
This is Diddy in court. This is Diddy entering the courtroom.
known for his
Let's
boisterous
purple
behavior.
Let's purple.
No, we can't use any audio.
Infamous white party. But since his fall from grace, many who have filed lawsuits against him allege sinister activities were going on behind the scenes. At the center of the government's case against
LeBron
Diddy are
fucked
his
the
alleged
Mothman.
freak-offs, which according to the indictment were elaborate and produced sex performances that
Captured
Diddy
and
arranged,
fucked the
directed,
Mothman.
pleasured himself
Located,
to,
captured, and
often
fucked the
electronically
Mothman.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so
Yeah, this is
Combs and
crazy.
other members of the associate Combs Enterprise wielded the power and prestige of Combs' role to Combs' business to intimidate, threaten, and lure female victims into Combs' orbit, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship. Combs then used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial sex workers that Combs referred to as, among other things, freak-offs. Freak-offs were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. In arranging these freak-offs, Combs, with the assistance of members and associates of the Combs Enterprise, transported and caused to be transported commercial sex workers across state lines and internationally.
Can we do a thing?
They lasted days.
Can we go and find male prostitutes in major cities we think this took place in and email them and then see if any of them will talk to us?
That's going to be hard. There's going to be so many to weed through.
No, you just hit up
find the biggest dick guy.
You hit up all sex workers
Yeah.
in Miami. You hit up all sex workers in Atlanta. You hit up all the LA,
New
you hit
York.
up and New York, and
You question them, that we get leads. We might not find them, but they know a guy who knows a guy.
Investigative journalism.
Mark
101.
Abner fucking trails.
We'll get Ebner on it.
Yeah.
He's
That's
our
good.
canary dog or bird dog.
Yeah.
But the freak-offs were first alluded to in Cassie's
Here
now
we go.
settled federal civil lawsuit that was filed in November of last year and settled within a day. And the
She looks like Zendaya with a body.
He asked
Why is he
Cassie at
laying on
random
the
moments that he
stairs?
wanted a freak off or FO, and she was expected to facilitate the location
goes, "Why don't you come
and
suck
hiring
me?"
of male sex
He
workers.
slipped on baby oil.
The suit would go on to say during their relationship, the mogul would insist on an FO weekly, which would often take place in hotel suites. It's alleged Diddy would pay to fly
So they're
male
like
sex
smaller
workers to
freak
his
offs.
location, which included cities in the United States, and he would require Cassie and his staff to help him make these arrangements. According to the federal indictment against him, when the federal agents searched through his home
Damn,
during the
dude.
raids,
It's like Jurassic
they seized
Park. Look at
drugs
that
and
gate.
more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. And Cassie's suit, she
like, yo,
alleged
LeBron's
Diddy's
gonna fuck a
assistant, who
T-Rex
also set up
tonight.
the
The T-Rex from Jurassic Park 1.
You think whenever Diddy did like a little tiny road trip, he would make everyone sing 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall? Am I right?
Yes, very good.
1,000
Very
bottles
good.
of baby oil on the wall. 1,000 bottles.
Counting calories is boring. Let Factor do the heavy lifting for you. Their fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and sent straight to your door. Factor meals couldn't be easier to prepare. Just throw them in the microwave or on the skillet for 2 minutes and you're all set. I love Factor. I've had it many times. It's very easy, quick, delicious, healthy. Get it. I love it. Factor has 35 different meals and over 60 add-on items to choose from each week. From breakfast all the way to dessert, you'll be eating well all day long. Head to factormeals.com/hatewatch50 and use code HATEWATCH50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code HATEWATCH50 at factormeals.com/hatewatch50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Support the show and get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Use code HATEWATCH50 at factormeals.com/hatewatch50.
Baby oil.
I want to tell this story. I fucking when I was an Uber driver
tell
in
the
LA.
story, little N-word.
Yes, daddy. I picked up.
Tell it to daddy.
I picked up this fucking. I was an Uber driver.
Tell
I picked
the
up this.
story to daddy, bitch.
God damn it! I picked up this janitor.
I'm gonna jack off throughout the duration of
Pulls it
this
out.
story, motherfucker.
No, I picked up a housekeeper at the Beverly Hills Hilton, and I was like, he was in the back seat, and I'm driving him home.
He had
and
just
I go,
cleaned Whitney Houston's like bathroom.
Yeah, he's like, I just scrubbed the skin off the tub, but I was like, who's the worst celebrity you ever cleaned up after? And then he goes, B Diddy.
Oh,
B
wow.
Diddy for sure. And I go, why? And he
P.
goes,
Diddy.
baby oil everywhere.
Whoa.
He said that?
Yes, he said baby oil everywhere, on the walls, on the beds, everywhere. Baby oil.
Baby oil ever.
Well, baby oil's got to be horrible to clean up.
Oil's like
It's
the worst
impossible. You have to replace everything.
Yeah, but he's
It's
Sean
the
Diddy
baby
Combs.
oil, the baby oil ever. And then he tells you, he goes, and he says, there was no baby in the room.
He goes, why aren't they baby?
You got the oil for the baby. I didn't see one baby go into the room.
What is baby oil meant for? Like,
Oh,
for
it's
no, it's got to
it's
be
so-
meant for like
for the
babies
baby.
chafing.
Oh,
yeah, it's for baby. It's for babies. I think they have because they're you've seen
Little
like a
chubby babies.
baby's chubby. Like I think maybe they rub against their.
Yeah.
Maybe they get like chafing. I don't know
Yeah.
how baby oil is used.
I think it is for baby chafing.
I think it was started by Johnson & Johnson for pedophiles. It's a pedophile lube. I'm not really sure. Why is baby oil a thing? I used to use baby oil when I was a kid.
You jerked off baby. Jerking on baby.
No,
oil
no,
kicks
no.
ass.
I like
Everyone knows he's using it for lube. I thought that's what you're asking.
The
Yeah, for
sm-
babies, I actually
the
don't.
smell of it was good.
Yeah.
Let's look that up.
gotta be for
Actually,
chafing.
what is baby oil?
probably
used
just like
for?
It's chafing. They got chubby little Michelin Man bodies.
That doesn't make sense. Babies aren't like walking. They're not walking through Disneyland
No, but they get-
for a whole.
They lay
a whole
around.
day.
They have very soft skin, Devin. They have like they're everything on a baby is so delicate.
Baby oil, in general terms, an inert oil for the purpose of keeping skin. This just could keep the skin soft and supple.
I do love the idea that like Diddy's responsible for oil spills, like on the level of Exxon Valdez. Where
Yeah, there's a guy cleaning off Justin Bieber with Dawn's soap in a sink with gloves on.
Yeah, because he's covered in black cum.
Yeah, that's it. It's all the black. It's all the squid ink cum they have.
Everyone knows black people come black.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least I do.
Well, you found out the hard way.
I found out the hard way, but I liked it though.
But so then that was consensual.
Oh, I'm not saying I was raped by black people. I'm saying I had consensual sex with black people, and the cum was black.
Yeah, they all just
all over me. All over me. It was like Deadwater Horizon, or what was it? What's the movie called?
Blackwater Horizon?
Blackwater Horizon?
I just can't believe they give trigger warnings on fucking
Deepwater
court
Horizon.
documents.
Deepwater Horizon. That's
crazy.
Because they went deep that night.
Ooh.
And they filled my horizon.
They made you see New Horizons.
I saw a ton of new horizons.
Yeah. A sunset.
My asshole lit on
Sunrise.
fire.
It was like it was friction.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. That was a crazy day in my life.
Devin's ass.
Astroglide. And Diddy always supplied her and the sex workers with copious amount of drugs like ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, and ketamine.
So he was a
According
good
to her
guy
suit, she
that
would frequently get
allowed
anxious
people to
before
feel
the
good.
FOs to the point she would become physically ill. But still, Diddy would shame her into performing for him, and if she didn't want to participate, she was met with anger and violence. And Rodney Jones Jr.'s civil racketeering
Who's this guy,
lawsuit.
the pilot of the Soul Plane?
That's insane. This man was shot in Oakland, California in 1967 in a Black Panther police sting.
His failed coup in Africa led him
He's an 11th-star general in Liberia.
It was this Fred Hampton?
This guy was raped by P. Diddy. We're just clowning on him. Oh, man. That's so funny.
Wow.
That's so funny.
Filed in February of this year, he alleged Diddy had a habit of regularly drugging his party guests and having forced sex with men and women. Like the federal
He said
indictment
P. Diddy
laid
was a
out,
real
Diddy
jive
didn't
turkey.
Work alone. He always had a team helping him with his alleged crimes. Jones, who was also once in Diddy's inner circle, alleged in his lawsuit he was required to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts with them for Diddy's pleasure.
He's like, hey, yo, get that 1965 looking.
He goes.
bring me that war criminal ass.
Hey, yo, pull up with Joseph Kony ass looking tonight.
This guy looks like if you order an Uber to JR Crickets, he shows up.
I literally can't get over this right now. This guy looks insane.
It's so funny. Well, Diddy had that guy, he had that like butler that used to hold like umbrellas over his head on the beach. That like face-on Bentley looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Who was that guy? That wasn't
something Bentley.
Was it him?
Yeah.
Farnsworth Bentley?
Farnsworth Bentley, yeah.
Diddy had Farnsworth Bentley?
That was his guy, yeah.
And like he would hold umbrellas over him like as they walk. I remember like
That's
on
crazy.
TRL like seeing the shit as a kid.
Yeah, you gotta hold.
He must know some stuff.
This guy kidnapped Patty Hearst.
He radicalized Patty
Hey, yo, bring that dude who looks like he kidnapped Patty Hearst. I want to fuck his ass tonight.
Also, give me Patty Hearst.
Dresses Justin Bieber up with the beret and the little machine gun.
Jones Jr.'s civil racketeering lawsuit, first filed in February of this year, he alleged Diddy had a habit of regularly drugging his party guests and having forced sex with men and women. Like the federal indictment laid out, Diddy didn't work alone. He always had a team helping him with his alleged crimes. Jones, who was also once in Diddy's inner circle, alleged in his lawsuit he was required to solicit sex workers and perform.
I will say this, just honestly, my entire life from a child to now, I always thought Diddy sucked fucking ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's nothing authentic about that guy. He's a fucking weirdo. He doesn't make good music.
He ruins songs if he's on them.
Any song that he's on sucks.
Yeah.
The beat is good, but he's obviously like pulling strings, and he has a massive empire. So
I don't want to know.
They could pay producers for good beats.
The first time I liked him was Get Him to the Greek.
And then your biggest artist you ever had was murdered at like what 20? What did Biggie die at? Like 24, 25? Like
oh, he's that young?
Yeah.
he's insanely young.
Sucks. Yeah, no, I don't want to know. It's like my favorite R&B song ever, and he just ruins it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Craig Mack has gone nowhere. What happened to Craig Mack?
I don't know who that is.
Boom, 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 boom. Remember that song?
You got to start rapping a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta.
What was it like? Return to the Flavor or something? What is it called?
Apparently, this guy Shyness was supposed to be like a great rapper as well, and then he had to do 9 years for a guy that.
Flavin' Year. Flavin' Year was an amazing song. Who got that flavor in you? Who got the flavor in you? The flavor in you. And all that meant was flavor in you meant Diddy's dick in your fucking head.
He's doing shinshi.
Yeah. Anyway.
For Diddy's pleasure. Adult film star Adria English, who filed her suit against Diddy in July of this year, alleged she was groomed into sex trafficking over time
He
by
put
Diddy.
it on the thing.
And her suit, she
Cherokee
said she
to
first
ass
met
wouldn't
Diddy
have
around
snitched.
No, Cherokee the ass would never snitch.
Cherokee to ass actually would be like Cherokee to ass at the end of the freak off after day 3.
By the way-
Everybody be tired and she'd be like, I want more.
You remember the early days of ass?
When they were like disgusting.
Buffy
Huge.
the Body?
No.
Vita Guerrera?
No, I wasn't.
I remember
wasn't,
Vita Guerrera, yeah.
Dude, I was into very different early porn stars.
There was
I was a Melissa Midwest guy.
I'm an ass man.
Yeah.
So there was like Vita Guerra.
That was the first ass that I saw that I was like, this is the greatest ass ever.
She set the tone.
Yeah.
She set the tone. She was the pioneer of ass.
Take it off the screen. Let me see.
You can show like her ass with not nude.
You search up Google, it's gonna. Oh Jesus!
This was back in the early days.
Back in the day.
Like she had the biggest ass.
Oh yeah, it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme's ass.
There's a famous one where she's like decked out in Brazilian colors.
And then they had Buffy the Body. Buffy the Body was awesome too.
Mm-hmm.
Or was she Mexican?
Buffy the Body was a black.
No,
chick.
Good Lord.
Look at Buffy.
Good Lord, Buffy.
This is back in the day. No BBL, no nothing.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Where you going with all that ass?
Where you going with all that ass?
On a Wednesday.
On a man, you caked up on a Thursday.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Teddy Ray.
I miss the good old days. That was just straight up carbohydrates making that ass.
Yeah, but that was
Nothing
the
about that.
early days of ass meaning anything, and now ass is fucking bullshit.
It's when ass was invented.
That was when ass was
Yeah.
invented, and now ass is fucking nonsense. Anyway, back to Diddy and his rapes.
Pleasure. Adult film star Adria English, who filed her suit against Diddy in July of this year, alleged she was groomed into sex trafficking over time by Diddy. In her suit, she said she first met Diddy around 2004, when her boyfriend at the time was auditioning for a modeling gig at Diddy's fashion line, Sean John. She claims her boyfriend and another model were asked to perform oral sex on Diddy in order to get the job. And when he refused, Diddy's associate...
Imagine having to blow Diddy to get a Sean John contract. That'd be so fucking funny. Sean John's is so weird.
Sean John was pretty big for a while.
I know. I remember everybody wearing Sean John, but it's just such a bizarre thing. Like what they just made those sweaters and shit.
They were kind of they were you know like they were like FUBU kind of.
Yeah, Pelly. It's just I don't know. It's just bizarre.
It is funny. There's so many wiggers that have Sean John apparel.
You have to suck off Diddy to get a modeling contract
Yeah,
for
but
Sean
that's not.
John.
You used to have to suck off the head of a fucking movie studio.
Yeah, no, but you're a
to get it
dude,
to
man.
be
You're a fucking
Gwyneth
dude.
Paltrow.
This guy's supposed to be the man, and you're a fucking dude, and he's gay.
Oh well, this is a.
No, that's she said her boyfriend had to suck off.
Oh.
That's why I thought it was so. P Diddy wanted to be sucked off by a man and a woman to give these two people modeling contracts.
Do you think he's even gay at all, or is it just a power?
I think it's a
thing?
power thing. I think he is gay. I think he's gay.
Yeah,
but I think it's definitely a power thing.
Yeah, Diddy was probably raped. Honestly,
I don't.
As a
I
child
hate
or
that
something.
excuse though, because there's a million dudes out there who've been raped who don't rape people. There's a million people out there who've been.
No, speak for yourself, bub.
I do love the progression of like perversion.
Devan's lore.
Where you start like banging chicks and you're like, all right, I'm getting a little bit more perverted. That doesn't do it for me anymore.
Cabin boys.
That going to cabin boys, doing gay sex. That. And then you go like, all right, what's the next step? It's cryptids. I'm now fucking like he's.
No, it's what's his face? The Philly Meek Mill. Imagine wanting to fuck Meek Mill.
Oh yeah.
That's
Meek Mill looks like a Shark Tale character, kind of.
I think the power is Meek Mill's like a super hood dude and shit. And he was in prison for a while, and he's just like, I'm gonna turn.
Maybe
this guy out.
Meek Mill was raped so much by Diddy that's why he sounds like he's always in the other room when he raps. Meek Mill always sounds like he's trying to yell his way out of a room.
He's a ventriloquist
that he's trapped in.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in this shit with all the motherfucking please help me, Diddy, put me in this place, bitch, dog.
Did he put him in the cube?
Job as long as Adria worked as a go-go dancer.
These are the
at his
only
white
normal
party
photos
in
they
the
could find of this
Hamptons.
chick.
She says at his party she regularly had to drink alcohol laced with drugs like ecstasy. According to her suit, Diddy demanded she have sex with party guests. And if she didn't, he would tank her career and blackball her and her boyfriend from the industry if they didn't comply. Diddy's most recent accuser, singer Dawn Richard from Danity Kane, alleged in her lawsuit filed about a week before her former boss's arrest that at an after party she saw a copious amount of illegal drugs, and the girls who attended the parties appeared lethargic or passed out, while Diddy and his guests allegedly performed sexual acts on them. She alleged—
I mean, listen, as we all know, guy code is a lethargic woman's a good woman.
That's what they all say.
That's what we've all said that. I mean, everyone I know, every man, if the bitch is tired, she's good to go.
Yeah.
An energetic,
Right?
no bigger turn on than an energetic awake.
I hate an awake bitch.
Yeah. One who knows what's happening around her.
In her suit, Diddy told party guests, "This is a buffet. Enjoy yourselves. This is what we do. This is how we party."
That's so funny.
Under Diddy's federal indictment, it alleges the producer threatened and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires for years. When federal prosecutors announced the unsealing of the federal indictment against him, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said the victims were filled with drugs to control them for long periods of time, with participants of the freak-offs typically having to get IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion.
He was so insane.
Lasted days at a time, involved
This looks like
multiple
Black Bush.
commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB.
Wouldn't it be amazing if Diddy takes the stand and testifies?
That will never happen.
No. He's going to keep his phone.
Why don't these people ever think to do that?
Because they're
It's
all
terrible.
retarded.
No.
I know it's
No,
terrible.
It's retarded. It's always retarded to testify in your own
in
trial.
defense. Yeah.
But don't ultimately people want to hear from you and see if you like sound like an authentic person?
Very rarely, unless like you've got a Robert Durst who's super like compelling.
The Menendez
Even that
brothers
didn't work for
testified.
Ted Bundy.
They're
Yeah.
in jail for life.
Yeah, but they're no, but that's also like bullshit because their first trial they were pretty close to getting off. It was a mistrial.
There's no need to testify. You have a lawyer.
His lawyers will say you cannot testify. This is you're super fucked if you testify. There's no
Because they're just gonna fucking
they have to
the prosecution is gonna just destroy you.
If you're getting cross-examined, you're just going. They're going to get you and make you sound bad on something.
Yeah.
Which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent and subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal
Is
abuse.
this crackling for
so that
you?
they
It's
would
crackling.
It's just
participate
the
in the
video,
freak
it's not
offs.
us.
And that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair.
While arguing for bail after he was arraigned, Diddy's attorney reportedly told the judge it's not sex
He abused his
trafficking if
cabin
the
boys.
participants of
He
the
hurt them.
freak-offs wanted to be
They were
there.
scared and
After
alone.
Diddy was denied bail on Tuesday
That's
by
the
a
opening
federal
statement
judge,
for the
his attorney
prosecution.
seemingly disappointed
He
Diddy
was
wasn't
mean
issued bail,
to his
said
cabin
he'll
boy.
continue to fight for his client.
They go, who's standing up for the cabin
so
boys?
This was the first step. We have a bail appeal scheduled for tomorrow
Damn,
at
who's that?
3:30 in front of Judge Carter, the district judge assigned to this case. I think that we made the points that we've been wanting to make. I think he came out. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end.
He's going to fight his dick into your ass.
He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government said in their presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything.
That's so awesome.
He's
It's like if
been
you're his lawyer,
looking
Joey.
forward to this day. He's been looking forward to clearing his name, and he's going to clear his name. And we're going to stand by his side as he does. We believe in him wholeheartedly. He didn't do these things. This was a 10-year relationship. There's no coercion. There's no crime. There's basically just, someone who brought a civil case and now is finding themselves as a witness in a criminal case. And we're going to fight this case with everything we have, as is he. And eventually he's going to be shown to be innocent. And so tomorrow we fight again, and we'll fight every day until we don't have to fight anymore.
Now the once beloved,
We'll fight
but
on the
also to
beaches.
some feared music mogul will have to wait to eventually face his fate in federal court. I'm joined now.
All right.
That's crazy.
Mamma mia. What a
Wow.
case. What a case. Case of the century.
It's way more interesting than him just beating the shit out of that woman. you know,
Yeah, he's a psycho.
violence is not interesting. It's like let's get into the gay sex. You know.
Well, that's a form of
Freak-offs.
violence.
Freak-offs
I just like how they
and
keep
stuff.
using freak-offs instead of just sex parties
Yeah.
or something. Like they're like getting hip with the lingo.
Bow bow. Bow 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 bow. Bow bow bow. Bow 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 bow. Bow 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 bow. Cabin boy for life. Well, I think we did a good one.
Yeah, that was good.
I think we did good work here.
My opinion, we should delete this right now. Never show this to
You always do this when you feel insecure.
I think we said a lot of horrific stuff on
No,
this.
we didn't. Compared to every episode we do, what are you?
Worry about being named in the
You
indictment.
go in and out of sometimes. sometimes it feels like you think we do like a fucking like Disney Channel show here.
No. I've never.
Out of nowhere, you will pretend that what we've said is any worse than any other week, and I don't know what you are ever thinking.
I'll tell you, maybe you might be onto something because we just left this bender where I've been.
Yeah,
recovering
you're
in my
coming out of
bed.
it. Your brain is reprocessing everything, and you're getting like neurons back. And you go, I'm not a what? I don't participate in evil.
Or like reset me, and I was like, okay, I don't like what we're doing.
Yeah, we all had vision quests, and
I did a vision quest,
But it's
vision
another
quest.
reset. We just turned off the PlayStation again, and you're back, and we go, listen.
I have to relearn. I'm part of a racist podcast.
We're
MK Ultra yourself.
We are nothing but a scratched disc on the fucking the reader of a PlayStation.
No, this was very funny. I liked it a lot. I was good. Listen, at this point, I don't care. Just release it all.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what we did here that was any different than literally.
You should
every
delete the
episode we've done.
Pizzagate stuff.
No, that's fine.
Just the
come
word itself. That'll get your ass removed.
You always say that.
I'm telling you.
They don't do that anymore.
I don't
That's
think-
over.
I
They
think
do that. There's still weird words from like 2012 they removed from
I don't
fucking
think you're
YouTube
correct
immediately.
about that, actually.
Dude, I'm
We've done
100.
By the way, if you cared, why would you repeat it? I mean,
It's because I know you're going to delete it later.
No.
And so I want to be clear with you
I'm
so you
not.
know what I'm going to say.
I'm not. I don't think it is. We're
It's up
just
to you.
talking about a thing.
Hate Watch 2, here we come.
They deleted all those people because they were actually doing investigations into
What are we
was
doing, bro?
happening.
We're already in. Look, what do you think this
Nothing.
is, brother?
Nothing.
Dude, this is our deep dive.
You're right.
Yeah, we're little gumshoes, dude.
Hey Watch 2 is coming at some point. Because I don't know. And I don't know if it's
It will
this
happen.
one.
Hey, what Newsmax 2? I
Yeah.
love that. There's a whole news publication that's 2, like they're a sequel
Yeah.
to.
Like it's Die Hard 2.
Oh fuck. Well, we love you, folks.
Love you guys.
By the way, the Jock Week will be out Wednesday. Wednesday.
Nice.
What is Wednesday? What is the date of Wednesday?
You paid for the
that
whole
will
seat.
Be,
This comes out
You
on a
only need the
Monday,
edge.
and then so 2 days
comes
after.
out 2 days after. This will be Jock Week will be out Wednesday the 25th. Possibly even sooner.
Yeah, cross your balls.
But I want to be.
I just don't want to. Yeah, probably. I think the 25th is a good day.
Also, I don't want to be a shill or anything and like do extra plugs. But we all confess crazy things about ourselves on this Jock Week.
We do.
We decided to say, I think Devin confessed something crazy first, and then we all were like, okay, now you have to do one. Then I had to do one.
We all did. We were insane.
Connor did like 5. It was like fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I had anything to confess to. I'm pretty open book here, but like I pissed. I did.
Don't spoil.
Oh, no. Devin, don't you dare. Don't you dare, dude. Don't do it, dude.
I pissed in John's mouth.
That's
not
people
true.
think. That
think
sounds
we're
like
kidding.
such a joke.
You
but
think we're kidding.
It actually happened.
You think we're kidding.
Somewhat.
Well, you pissed your pants. Well, let's just say it now. You pissed your pants on the show. You
I
stood
drank.
up and pissed your pants.
There's a whole. Everyone remembers. If any old school listeners remember the Piss Pants extravaganza episode that we did, and maybe there's some stuff to do with that.
It's
on
gone
Jock
full
Week.
circle.
It's a real crazy time, and we hope you appreciate it. And then the Hollywood Hate Watchers will be out a couple days after that. And yeah, God bless you all. We love you so much. Thank you so
Love you
much for
guys.
listening to the show. Thank you so much for caring. Thank you for writing fan fiction about us. Thank you
Yeah,
for
that's a
making
weird
things up about us. Thank you for having your own ideas of what's happening, whatever helps you sleep at night. God bless you all. And
Good night.
good day. I'm going to start saying good day.
Good day to you.
It does come out at 7 a.m. God bless.
See you guys.
Bye.